For Louisiana versus all y'all, Jarrett Roser here with Brian Campbell and Holly Campbell, the parents of newly announced team captain Will Campbell, the former Neville Tiger, who's in his sophomore year now at LSU, left tackle for that LSU team, and the number 7 jersey holder, the first time an offensive lineman has gotten that distinction. Guys, how does all of that sound? Just starting off his second year in Baton Rouge and hearing some of those things that have come out the last week.
It's really like a wow type of situation for us. Like
It's unbelievable.
unbelievable.
That it happened this fast. I mean, we had no thoughts of team captain or number 7 had never entered our mind. So it was quite a shock when that was announced on Saturday.
He said he probably found out about some of these things about 10 minutes before the team announced it to us on the media side. How did you guys get the news? I mean, did you just see it actually come through the news? Did he get a chance to reach out to y'all? What were those conversations like when y'all did have a chance to chat?
I was in the Mac working out and my phone started dinging and I said, I pulled it out of my pocket and I looked down and saw it and I left the Mac at that point. I had to come home, but yeah, it was like I said, quite shocking.
I think I had like multiple calls and text about it. And then obviously before we got to talk to him about it. So it was really, and say again today, the same scenario. We just hung up with him a little while ago and obviously we didn't know about the captain either until later this evening.
Social media,
yeah.
Are y'all surprised that, I mean, you mentioned that some stuff is coming his way early. To start at left tackle in the SEC as a true freshman was something that a lot got written about last year because it is not a common occurrence. He's now a team captain as a sophomore, number 7 jersey. Are y'all surprised that these things are occurring at all, or it's a surprise how quickly they're coming?
For me, it was just a surprise how quick. He's always been very dedicated, I guess, to his craft. He's always been super focused. And I didn't think 7 would ever be awarded to an offensive lineman, but I'm glad it was him to be the first one. So, I mean, I thought he could, I hoped eventually he'd be team captain, but I didn't think it would be his sophomore year.
I think I've always known that it has truly been his dream, to play at LSU. And since he got there, I think he has just totally embraced everything that has happened. And I think with the coaching staff and his teammates that he feels like are his family, I think it's just, he's in a situation where he's thriving and he is happy and just, it's all clicking and working for him.
He talked some during the recruiting process once it became LSU was the place that he was publicly going to go to, that was a place he had grown up watching and admiring. What were some of those early memories y'all recall of him and seeing his admiration for the program and things that were happening in purple and gold on Saturdays, or just his drive and, I mean, early signs of that competitiveness to want to be a football player at a high level even?
He's always loved the sport. I mean, we are a football family. I mean, our Saturdays were, planned around the LSU game when he was growing up. And I've been coming to LSU games since I was a little kid. He's been going since he was a little kid. We got
grandparents.
Yeah, I mean, my grandparents had season tickets. My dad went to school there. Both sets of grandparents graduated from there. We got a picture of him, and I'm sure people have seen it, but he's at a Neville game in his Neville jersey and LSU helmet.
Yeah, I think he was 3 years old.
So he's always loved the sport, and he's never shied away from that.
And the competitiveness, because we see that, and he's such a nice young man to talk to, and then when it comes time for football, you watch him and he's a nasty dude out there in some of the competitive aspect of it. What were some of those early memories of him, whether it be in football or in anything else that was going on, of just seeing that competitive spirit that he had inside of him?
You know, I don't know if this answers your question, but as a youngster, I always tried to teach him to be able to turn his switch on and off. I mean, he had to be a good human being walking around school and at the grocery store, wherever, but on the football field, you know, he needed to be a different human being. And, you know, I always, you know, went back to Whitworth. I mean, Whitworth was a super good guy, very mild mannered, but when on the football field, he was a totally different human. And we used him as an example a lot. And I guess he took what I said to heart.
Do y'all see the competitiveness come out in other ways? Is it more? Yeah.
I mean, see it in deer. I mean, go deer hunting, go duck hunting. I mean, he always wants to kill the most ducks, shoot the biggest deer. I mean, you know, catch the most frogs. I mean, whatever we're doing, he's wanting to win.
He's got one of those John Deere NILs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How cool is it to see the way some of that's gone? Obviously, it's a whole new world of college athletics with just NIL in general, but also to be able to have a partnership like that is kind of fitting for what he's doing when he's not playing football.
Oh yeah, it's real cool. I mean, he kind of looks like a farmer when he put his hat on.
What's that been like for y'all to manage? I mean, that sort of stuff. How do y'all approach some of that? Because that is such a new world and another piece of what is on these guys' minds at this point in college athletics in 2023. How do y'all try and support him or, you know, just kind of advise him with anything or, you know, make sure that doesn't become a distraction or whatever the case may be?
Go ahead.
I mean, I think Brian does a real good job of keeping him, I don't even know grounded, and reminds him that he's there to get an education and to play football, and that's first and foremost. And then obviously
all the other stuff's just extra.
The NIL's extra.
I mean, he was coming to LSU before, I mean, whether NIL was a thing or not. I mean, that wasn't his reason. I mean,
but I do see how it could easily be a distraction if, you know, maybe we aren't there to remind them to not let it be. So,
yeah, y'all are a short enough drive away, obviously, but it's not like y'all are based in Baton Rouge where y'all can stop by every day. He talked tonight some when we had a chance to chat with him about his relationship with Emory and Emory's family. What has that been like to know that, you know, Miss Tamika's around here, and just some of the other relationships within that team community and the families there? You know, what has that meant for y'all to know he's got some of that right around the corner, essentially, as well as for y'all to have some of those parent relationships supporting this team?
I mean, it means the world to us. It helps me sleep well at night because obviously, you know, like you said, we can't get there super quick. And I think it goes as far as, I mean, he feels like Emory is his brother, and as well as some of the other players. And then
John Randall Belt.
Yeah. And Mickey Collins. And I mean, you know, it goes from players to the support staff to the coaches, trainers. I mean, I don't know. I think he's got just a true love for all his LSU family.
Did y'all know JR pretty well going back to JR's days as a kid in the area, West Monroe and all that, or just no?
Knew of him, watched him play growing up. You know, he's a good bit younger than we are, but yeah, didn't know him on a personal level at all. But he is a super good guy, and he's been super good to Will.
And Dr. Arnold too.
And Dr. Arnold.
Yeah.
Tell me some about Dr. Arnold. He's a guy that, I mean, they've started to promote some of what he's doing a little bit, but I don't think he's gotten as much attention to that as many people know about his role. He's a little bit more behind the scenes, but you guys saw the video talking with Cindy and Chris Hilton, and they mentioned that he's been big for Chris Jr. as well. You know, what is that relationship like with Dr. Arnold? And, what can you tell folks about what he does for the program and for these young men?
From a personal perspective, I just feel like he is such a calming, positive, energetic, influence on them, or that's what I've seen so far. And then maybe the same for all of the parents. He keeps us all, kind of up to date on what's going on, and
he's our point of contact.
yeah.
I mean, if we need something or got a question about something, I mean, he is our point of contact.
Weekend kicking off this season, and it's a season with a lot of expectations. What are you guys as parents and fans and all of these aspects supporting Will and the team? What are your expectations for him and for the Tigers this fall?
Well, very high. They always are, I think it just kind of comes with the territory. Just super excited for the season. I think the sky's the limit.
Well, guys, I certainly appreciate you taking some time to chat about how things are going for Will down in Baton Rouge, and some excitement for this 2023 season for he and his teammates. The Tigers certainly do have some big expectations. Mr. Brian and Miss Holly, thank you all so much again.
Thank you.
You got it. For Louisiana versus all y'all, Jarrett Roser.